Hello, my name is Adam Vasquez, and for today's informative presentation, I will be talking about Mexico, the culture and people of Mexico. Mexico is the 10th most populated country in the world with approximately 130 million citizens. Mexico is also known for its hardworking citizens, and as a matter of fact, they are the hardest working country in the world due to their highly yearly and weekly work rates, which is approximately 2,246 hours a year or 43.2 hours a week. Throughout this informative presentation, I will be discussing the three key points, the first being the history of Mexico, second, the culture and people of Mexico, and three, the dishes of Mexico. I hope this presentation will give you the insight necessary to be more informed about this topic. Starting off, before the Spanish conquest, Mexico was made up of four indigenous tribes. First being the Olmecs, are considered one of the oldest civilizations in Central America. Second being the Aztec Empire, or the Mexica tribe, who migrated to the Valley of Mexico, where they settled in the now famous Aztec settlement of Tenochtitlan. Further down south to Oaxaca, the Zapotec civilization was centered around Monte Alban. And lastly, the Mayan civilization is believed to have lived around the Pacific coast in the current state of Chiapas. Continuing, from 1810 to 1821, Mexico was fighting for its independence. The war was fought between Mexico and Spain, and the war ended when the Treaty of Cordoba established Mexico as independent. For Mexico, around 15,000 died and 450,000 were wounded, including civilians. For Spain, they lost around 9,000 people. Coming to present-day Mexico, the population is approximately 130 million people. And by area, Mexico is the 14th largest country in the world at approximately 1,964,375 square kilometers. Continuing, facts about Mexico are that Mexico has the world's largest population of Spanish speakers. As well, Mexican workers in the US send approximately $2 billion to their families in Mexico every month. And interestingly enough, popcorn originated from Mexico about 9,000 years ago. As well, Mexico's currency is the Mexican peso. Throughout all of Mexico's history, they have combined cultures to make the people of Mexico who they are today. Continuing to our second key point, in Mexican culture, family plays a very significant role, as Mexicans like to host lots of parties at their own homes, in which they make sure that their guests and their visitors are comfortable and feel right at home. Elders in the Mexican families as well tend to be very well respected due to their age and wisdom. Interestingly enough, the Mexican culture of today is the result of the mixing of indigenous cultures and Spanish cultures during their rule. Continuing, Mexico has a wide variety of sports, this being soccer and football being the most popular. Mexican professional wrestling, or lucha libre, is also very popular. As well, sports like golf, basketball, and baseball are watched by many in Mexico due to the high influence from the US. A more traditional sport is bullfighting, or Fiesta Brava, which approximately is 400 years old. With all these parties and sports going on, there has to be great food to make it even better. This brings us to our last key point, the dishes of Mexico, starting off with pozole. Pozole is a very old and traditional dish dating back all the way to the Aztecs. This dish includes maize or corn, pork, tomatoes, red chiles, and other spices. It is usually enjoyed at major events or large family gatherings. Second is chilaquiles, a common breakfast meal in Mexico. It consists of corn tortillas that have been fried, salsa, either red or green. It can also be topped with eggs, pulled chicken, cream, cheese, and refried beans or frijoles. Third on the list is tacos al pastor. These tacos are very similar to regular tacos, except that they are filled with pork that have been stacked on a long spit. The ingredients for this are very similar to regular tacos, like onions or cilantros. This unique taco was introduced to Mexico in the 1920s through 30s due to the Lebanese and Syrian immigrants. And lastly on the list is ensalada de pollo. Ensalada de pollo is a creamy chicken salad that is usually served at parties during the holiday season. It is made with chicken, chopped up vegetables, lettuce, and coated with a creamy mayonnaise-based dressing. Although Mexico has a lot selection of foods, this concludes this key topic. In conclusion, Mexico is a country with a very interesting, unique history and a very beautiful culture. I sincerely hope that this presentation has informed you well enough about its culture, history, and dishes of Mexico. I hope that one day you travel to this beautiful country to learn more about what it has to offer. Thank you.